In this video, we'll have a look at how to teach writing with the Pioneer series. Over the last decade, we have seen a remarkable shift in attitude towards writing as the technical word relies more on our fingertips and not on the pen. Many students and teachers see writing as more of a chore than actually being useful and creative, so it's easy to decide to skip such tasks. So let us remind ourselves why writing tasks are important and why they should be done. First of all, exams. Whether it is the final exam, language exam or entrance exam, they usually contain a writing task. Even though the exams could be years away, it takes time to develop the writing skills. Next is your student's future. If they ever study abroad, it's likely that they will have to write in English. Also, many jobs need English nowadays, and it's easy to imagine that they will have to write emails or reports. Maybe the most important reason is that it helps the students to improve their English. When writing, they need to think about how to construct sentences, use the right vocabulary and grammar, and it's the process that really helps them to understand English better. The writing tasks in Pioneer can be divided into minor tasks and main tasks. The minor tasks can be found throughout the book, and the students only need to write a few sentences, usually to practice a specific structure. If you look at this example, the students have just learnt the future will for predictions. And after talking about this in pairs, they are asked to write down some of their predictions. By writing these down, the students have to think about the correct form and usage of the new structure. With these tasks, it's a good idea to have your students to correct each other's work. And if they're not sure if a sentence is correct, you could discuss this with the whole group. The main task can be found at the end of each module, so after learning all the necessary vocabulary and structures. Writing is a difficult task, since the students need to take many things into consideration: spelling, punctuation, paragraphing, purpose, audience, vocabulary, sentence structure and grammar. What's more, because we now communicate in a different way, the students hardly have any experience writing in their own language, and this makes writing in English even more difficult. For this reason, Pioneer has paid particular attention to writing and offers the students a structured approach to improve their writing skills. Let's have a look at an example from Pioneer B1+, in which the students are asked to write an opinion essay. You can see 2 whole pages are dedicated to the preparation of the writing task. The lesson starts with a class discussion to introduce the topic. Students are always presented with a sample text, but before that, we want to make sure that the students understand instructions properly, which is very important when they take an exam. Here they are asked to read the instructions and answer some questions about them. This sample text will not only help the students with their own writing task, but it is also used to teach the students how to create a well-written text. It comes with 2 exercises. In the first exercise, the students are asked to examine the structures of the text by deciding on the aim of each paragraph. The second exercise focuses on the linking words phrases used in the text. This is followed by an exercise to practice the usage of some of these linking words. After the sample text, the focus shifts to the students' own writing task. First of all, they are presented with their own task, and they are asked to underline the key words to make them aware of what they need to do. This is followed by a set of questions, which need to be discussed in small groups. Basically, this is a brainstorming exercise to come up with ideas that the students can use. Before the students are asked to write their essays, they still have to receive some additional help. First of all, a plan for an opinion essay showing what to write in each paragraph and some useful phrases. And finally, a tip box with useful tips on how to write an opinion essay more successfully. After all these exercises, the students should now be well prepared for their own writing task, which should ideally be set as homework. though sometimes you could also ask them to write in small groups. The big question is what to do after the students have done their writing task. Most teachers correct the students' mistakes, but after returning the work, the students often don't look any further than their mark. This is unfortunate, as the large amount of correction work seems like a waste of time. However, there are several ways to turn this into a learning opportunity. Pioneer recommends using a correction code. This means that when you correct a student's work, you don't correct the mistakes, but just indicate what kind of mistake has been made. This will help the students identify and correct their own mistakes, and hopefully not make them again. I'd like to repeat that although it is a lot of work for everybody, writing is an important skill and it helps your students to improve their English. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or problems, please contact your local representative and he or one of our teaching experts will be able to assist you.